Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Saydul Haque from Communication Department at IIUM. This is my great pleasure to be here and present our paper to this Communication Research Webinar 2020. The title of the paper is The Mediating Effect of Attitude on the Relationship between Users and Knowledge on Behavior Impact of WhatsApp Communication. Content of the table is the background of a study, problem statement, research objective, and lastly, we will share some limitation of this study and suggestions. The first of all, the background of study. As everyone we know that social media is becoming a predominant platform because of this tendency to address the issues of the people throughout the socializing. And WhatsApp is not such a platform that people can only the messaging. So through the WhatsApp, people can share their story, they can make the group and many other activities. And WhatsApp was developed by one of the former Yahoo employee in 2009. According to FATA, determined the effectiveness of using a WhatsApp messenger as a tool for enabling mobile learning. He indicated that learning environment is making use of the rapid, incredible development in information and telecommunication technology. Secondly, statement of problems. The level of easiness can be affected due to lack of use of WhatsApp as a communication tool among the IIUM postgraduate student. WhatsApp Messenger can affect the grammatical and spelling of vocabulary. Because when people we are using the WhatsApp, most of the time we are using the short forms. So this study will explain whether there is any positive effect of attitude on the relationship between users and knowledge on behavioral impact of WhatsApp communication. The research objective. Besides the main objective, we have another 4 specific objective for this study, which is to determine the level of users' attitude, knowledge and behavioral impact toward the WhatsApp communication. Number 2 is to analyze the relationship between knowledge and attitude for using WhatsApp. Number 3, to analyze the relationship between behavioral impact and attitude for using WhatsApp communication. Number 4, to test the mediating effect of attitude in using WhatsApp communication on the relationship between users, knowledge and behavioral impact. So now significance of the study, why we did this study. Number 1 is it will give a true picture how students use WhatsApp and what are the impact. So based on that, university or any other educational institution, they can take the necessary step to maintain or control the using WhatsApp for their student. Number 2 is digital marketing specialized will be benefited. They can get the data from this study and they can apply for their marketing purpose. Number 3 is this research will be a valuable research for the future researchers. So those who wants to next time, those who will do the research for the on the WhatsApp, so they can use as a reference for this study. In the literature review, the study has consulted the best and the latest article on the topics. More than 30 references was used as a reference for this study. Some of these, Malaysia are the world's largest users of WhatsApp at 51%, according to Barnama 2017. According to Bars, the modern day learning doesn't end in the classroom like it was the past. A student can learn from any other sources, any other social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, also as well as in the WhatsApp. In Australia, Colony indicated that students were more positive than instructors in their attitude in terms of using WhatsApp for educational purpose. According to Pramod 2016, there are many WhatsApp users utilize this application for overcoming feelings of depression arising out of stress. Let's jump to the conceptual framework. Conceptual framework is here we have 7 hypotheses. As you can see, our independent variable is WhatsApp users and knowledge, and mediating is attitude, and depending variable is behavioral impact. So this is all the 7 hypotheses. So some of it is like there is a positive relationship between users and behavioral impact of WhatsApp communication. Also, there is we can say that attitude mediate the relationship between WhatsApp use and behavioral impact of using WhatsApp. In the methodology chapter, our total respondents was 161, and research design is this quantitative research, and target population was IIM postgraduate student, which is a master's and PhD student. And for the data analysis, we use SPSS version 22. And age is total say that among like 40%, 41% is from almost like 22 to 30 years old, and in the last we can see like less is 15%, which is above 36%. And gender is among total gender is female, and male is female was 68.3%, which is almost third of the total population, and male is 31%. Education is from master's student is 55, 24 from PhD student. And nationality is also almost same, like 75% from Malaysian, and international in 24.2%. Before the final analysis, we did a reliable test, and we used total 30 population among 161. I'm just going to skip. I'm showing that what other data is here and how we did what are the analysis we did. So we did inferential analysis for one sample t-test. Then we test for hypothesis. For hypothesis we did like correlationship and regression analysis in zero order and partial correlationship. Also for the hypothesis test, we will high relationship analysis for behavior with use and knowledge. So in the discussion and conclusion, we found that more people will get knowledge, they will be more positive, they become in their attitude toward a particular issues, they will be more positive. So it can be concluded that using WhatsApp communication among IIM students is on a higher side, and they find it easy to use the application because of it useful to them. They can make the group study group. They can chat or talk with the lecturers, and they can share their documents to their lecturers or the fellow classmates. The study has also proved that attitude mediates the relationship between users and knowledge on the behavior, which indicate that a student with the positive attitude along with the adequate knowledge will always prefer to use the WhatsApp communication for its efficiency and being quick in delivering the messages. The finding of this study also supports the use of media richness theory that we use for this study. So though we did this study, but still we had some limitation, and we have some suggestion for the future researchers, those who gonna research on these particular topics, especially in WhatsApp. So limitation was we did this study during the pandemic time, so it was quite difficult to collect data, and our respondents, the target population was only the postgraduate student, which is masters and PhD, so it was quite difficult to get the data. The future study can include other level of studies, such as they can do it in the undergraduate level, or they can do it in college or school level. The future study can be conducted on the other social networking platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or like email. And future studies can apply other theories, like for this study we used media richness theory. So future researchers, they can use some other theories, and they can see how it works. So that's all for the short time. I just try to finish. I have all data is here. So further, anyone interested to see the all details, they can see here. Thank you so much for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.